Guten Tag, my friends, to one of the most famous cities in all of Central Europe. This is Salzburg, the home of the Sound of Music, where both the musical and the movie take place and was shot on location, and also the home of Wolfgang Mozart, arguably the most famous musician in the world. I'm Ariel, this is Urbanist. Let me know where you're watching from. This is my first time in Salzburg, so you'll be experiencing it with me. If you haven't been here before, right now we're in the country of Austria, and we're about an hour and 40 minutes away from Munich by train. I took a train here from Munich, fairly easy. Trains pass on an hourly basis, and I'm so excited to visit the city. I've been wanting to visit the city for a long time. I'm not the biggest fan of Sound of Music when I was little. I never saw it until very recently, but the movie is amazing, and I was so blown away by it that it hyped me even more to come here. But I love places with snowy mountains, and I love the aesthetic of places like this. So I'm very, very excited to see Salzburg. So join me as I walk through Salzburg for about an hour or two for the first time here at the historic center. I'm Ariel, this is Urbanist, and let's explore the Sound of Music. It's raining today, and here we're seeing the many hills that are alive with music here in Salzburg. Hello Kay, hello Mika, hello Vincentu from Romania. Oh man, thank you so much for tuning in. So glad so many people are watching. Welcome everyone. So I am indeed staying in Munich, and this is a day trip for me. Salzburg is not that big. It's a population of about 150,000 people, though it's the third biggest city in Austria. Three or number four biggest city of Austria. And we are in basically the opposite side of Vienna. We're very close to Germany. And Kay says I'm getting Irish weather. I am indeed getting Irish weather. And here we seem to be what was one of the old gated entrances of Salzburg. Salzburg is one of those cities that was very hard to take over. And it's because the fortress was so difficult to capture that has never been captured, and the city in turn was rarely ever captured. But this dates back all the way to Roman times. There was a settlement here. And then, of course, Salzburg was a very, very rich city for a long period of its history. Ooh, my God, look at all the potato salad here. Oh, wow. Hello, Alan. Nice to see you here. Hello, Daniel. Hello, Nevur. Mika. From Sweden. Nice to see you here. Hello, Christine. Christine says, Guten Tag. Guten Tag. Christine, thank you so much for the pronunciation tips. I appreciate that. Hello, Chris. So right now we are on one of the main thoroughfares, lots of shops around here. This city is among the most popular in Central Europe as well. It is a big, big tourist destination. It has been the case for a very long time, for decades. Even nearly 100 years, it has been a tourist destination. And ooh, the mountains are starting to peak. Oh, look at that. Oh my God, I'm so happy. Weather will clear up, hopefully, crossing fingers. It's set to clear up around 4 p.m. So I'm crossing fingers that I'll see some snowy peaks in the distance. As I was taking the train here, I did see a few peaks that were slightly dusted with snow. Hello, Ani from Cambridge. Cambridge is sunny, but here it's raining? Oh no, I'm jealous. Hello, Shane. Phil says, have a great holiday from rainy, wet Dublin. Yeah, thank you so much, man. Can't wait to go back to Ireland one day. Salzburg. I just came here, arrived about 9:15 a.m. Actually, a little bit later. I arrived around 9 something a.m. and to go to Mozart's birthplace, which I'll show you some photos as we walk outside in the front. But as I'm walking around, they have some amazing clothing stores. These Austrian designers and tailors, really good. I mean, that is a jacket. I want that jacket. That's exactly the jacket I need. Oh my god. This is how I need to dress for my next premiere or award ceremony that I'm invited to. Oh my god, I want exactly this, actually. That's cool. Hello, Bob says, well done on your whistling cue. I may be slightly deaf, but I think I detected at least 2 right notes. Hey, yeah, the 2 cues I gave. So I was giving clues as to where I was going. Here's one of the thoroughfares. Now, unfortunately, there's no cell phone reception in these interior streets, which is a shame because there's a lot here in Salzburg. So we won't be able to walk through them. I'll show you from the outside. So I gave 2 hints as to where I was going. The first one was that was Symphony Number 40 by Mozart. And then the other one I gotta learn a little bit better. I'll do my best. That was a bit hard, but that was harder to whistle. It's easier to hum. That one is the song from The Sound of Music, and those are the small things. I forgot the exact name of the song. Hey, Lorraine says, where are we? We are in Salzburg, Austria. Opposite side of the country from Vienna. Close to Munich. Hour and 40 minutes away by train. Direct. Trains pass every hour, so it's very easy to get here. So I went into this cafe just before going live here. It's called Cafe Fabrizi, and I had a Salzburger Knackrone, which was really good. And I'll post up a photo right now so you get to see. behold. I had a nice espresso and the Salzburger Nachron. A little bit hard to pronounce. Still gotta learn some German. But this was delectable. It is like a meringue type souffle. And it has, it's made just with 3 ingredients. This comes from a forbidden love affair here in Salzburg. Prince Archbishop back in the... That was a clip of a short video that I'm about to post after this. And it's usually served with the raspberry sauce. Really, really great dessert. It is very typical from Salzburg. People don't eat this all the time, but it's supposed to represent the 3 mountains. I got 2 because I got a smaller version, but it's supposed to represent the 3 mountains that surround Salzburg. And the light dusting of sugar on top represents the light dusting of snow on top of these mountains year round. And oh my God, huge tour groups here. It's a very, very popular destination for sure. I am shocked at how full it is because I've been to a lot of smaller cities throughout Central Europe and nowhere near as full as here. Mika says, looks delicious. Yes, I'll be posting a short video about it soon with a little bit of legend behind the creation of this dessert. Anastasia says, I love your nice videos. Hey, Anastasia, thank you so much. I'm determined to have a nice apple strudel with some whipped cream and another coffee a little bit later today. When in Austria, you gotta have a nice apple strudel or some type of Viennese dessert or cake. Hello, Marianne from Florida. Daniel, nice to see you here. Gigi as well. Wow, we got a lot of people tuning in. So here are the many interior pathways throughout the city. So the city still has that kind of medieval character to it, despite all the Baroque architecture. Susie, nice to see you here. Wow, how are you doing? Let me know. Oh, there's so many great costumes here. I'll show it to you from the outside because I'll run out of cell phone reception. Just amazing clothes. This is like a little mini museum of great clothes making. Lorraine says yes to apple strudel. My mom makes a great apple strudel. Ooh. I'm jealous. I would love a good homemade apple strudel. Love this movie, says Beach Bum. Yeah, Beach Bum. So we are walking through the main historic center. We will see locations in which Sound of Music were filmed. We might see 2 or 3 of them for sure. I'll point them out as we're walking through. But there's few musicians in history that almost any part of the world would be able to whistle a tune or immediately recognize that this is that person. This particular musician was a virtuoso. He began playing the piano when he barely could read music. He couldn't even read. Started playing the piano around 5, earlier than that. He started composing around 7, 8, 9 years old. He started performing those compositions when he was 10, 11. And then later on started making operas in his teens and early 20s and was so prolific. He ended up making countless pieces that are world-renowned. The reason original reason why Salzburg is so famous is because of this musician. That is Wolfgang Mozart. And he was born right over here. Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, and Amadeus might not have been his actual middle name. Yeah, he was born with a different middle name that was adopted later. He was born here on January 27th, 1756. And today, this house is one of the oldest and most visited museums in Europe. The most significant collection of the family treasures are owned by the composer await visitors. That is what it says as you enter the museum. I'll show you a few more clips of the museum inside, so you get a sense of what to look forward to. There's a little Lego Mozart, which is awesome. There's a family tree that shows all the lineage of Mozart, before him and after him. Apparently there's still some descendants of Mozart. You can find some books, either about Mozart or books that he would have owned or have access to. Some heirlooms of Mozart as well.
Here's a replica of Mozart's piano used in many concerts back in his later years. The original still exists to this day, but it's not here in the home.
All this will be posted on Instagram, so follow me on Instagram, instagram.com/urbanistlive, urbanistlive. This is one of his original violins. I'll show you just a little bit more.
Oh, this is really cool. One of Mozart's letters. Mozart was a prolific letter writer and often wrote to his family. This is to his sister back in 1782. And he was known to be a fan of potty humor, just kind of in this area of Austria. So his letters might be shocking to modern sensibilities. Wow, look at that.
So there was no cell phone reception inside there, so I couldn't go live, unfortunately, within the museum. But it is a nice museum. I highly recommend it. I highly recommend getting the Salzburg City Pass, which I'll show it to you once I can find a place to put down my camera. It cost me $31, 31 euro, so about $34, $35, a little bit more than that. And it includes admission to almost all the museums and gardens, with the exception of the castle, and I think the castle you only have to pay just a little bit extra. And it also includes transit, public transit. And there's a very elaborate bus system over here that you can really get around. So really good card. I just used it to get into the Mozart Museum. It's so far been the only museum I've gone into. I do recommend it. The audio clips are a little bit fuzzy. Yeah, they're a little bit fuzzy because I'm playing them on the live video, but go to Instagram Urbanist Live. They'll be posted later tonight. But aside from the museum, what I was saying on one of those clips was that Mozart was a fan of potty humor. And he often wrote letters. He was a prolific letter writer. He would write letters to his family, to his lovers, to other people that he knew. And he often added a lot of lewd potty humor, which at that time was fairly normal amongst Mozart's class, amongst Mozart's family, amongst the Austrian culture of the time, and apparently still continues to this day. But he would say things that would be shocking if you are American or a British person. You'll be like, oh my God, he's talking about ass licking? What? To his family? Yep, he did talk about that. So the movie Amadeus was a fairly accurate depiction of Mozart's sense of humor. It's not the sense of humor I use, but more power to him. And there was a moment where Margaret Thatcher, the Prime Minister of the UK back in, I think it was the 1980s, approached the director or writer of the movie Amadeus, which is a great movie if you want to learn about Mozart. It's not 100% historically accurate, but it's a great movie. And she says, "Oh my God, I did not like the movie. You just made Mozart, this is completely inaccurate. Mozart was never like that." This is what Margaret Thatcher said. And the director slash writer was saying, "No, literally, this is what Mozart said. We did not change the words. This is literally the jokes he made himself with his own hands." And Margaret Thatcher could not believe it. She refused. She said, "How can a man with such a great sense of music, of beauty, ever make a joke about ass licking?" Well, he did. He did. And you can find those letters in here. This is the only time I will mention that act here on my live videos. But I recommend going to the museum. It's a quick visit. Take you about 40 minutes. Let's continue walking around. Hey, Susie says, "Thanks to you, I can get Symphony number 40 in G minor out of my head." Yeah, Symphony number 40 in G minor is amazing. I really love that song. I can't get it out of my head either. Mika says, "Wow, thank you so much for the information on the card." Yes, the card can be purchased basically in every tourist information booth, and there's various throughout the city, including one in the train station, which if you're coming from Munich, you will arrive. And a few people have asked me, how long am I staying here? Only one day. This is only a day trip. I'm indeed staying in Munich, and I came here just for a day trip. Mika says, "Wow, that's a lot of tourists." Yes, this is packed with tourists. Also, you can buy the Salzburg card online. I decided to buy a physical card because I want it as a souvenir as well. Thank you so much, Isabel. Milos Forman and Peter Schaefer wrote Amadeus. Yes, they got it right. Thank you so much. I forgot who it was. I think it was Milos who was talking to Margaret Thatcher. Thank you so much for reminding me of their names. Janina says, "Sorry for the rain." Janina, you know, I told Austria I was coming here, and it ended up raining. I'm really disappointed by the Austrian government for allowing rain to ensue as I'm visiting this beautiful city. Austrian cafes. I want to go to all the Austrian cafes while I'm here. Isabel says Mozart had rainy days too. You're in good company. Indeed, indeed he did. Paul, nice to see you here. Welcome. We're going to visit some museums here. On live video, I'm not sure if I'll be able to show any museums. Mozart, there was no cell phone reception inside, so I couldn't go live in there. But if I will be going to museums, but if I do have cell phone reception and it's easy to film, then I will. So stay tuned. But for this live video, no plans yet. We're just gonna enjoy a walk outside.
Try not to listen.
Let me know if you see me and hear me. I had to restart the live stream because unfortunately there was a bit of a cell phone reception dead zone right over here. Okay, nice to see you here. Welcome. Ani says, yes, we can hear you and see you. I'm glad I was able to restart the live stream. Good. Bratwurst. I backtrack. Lorraine says I'm back. Yes, I am. Benoit, nice to see you here. Susie says time for apple strudel. Susie, I haven't even had lunch yet. Can't skip right to dessert. Irene says hello. Hey Irene, welcome. So we were just on the other side of the street on the first part of the live stream. Here are all the jams. Oh my god. Cherries. Ooh, dates. You know, when I go to Europe, I like to say I had a few dates because they're really good and fresh here.
We've got the dog, that's the problem.
Yeah, maybe the terrace.
Hello, Yogi. Hello from New Jersey, formerly Grace. Hey, Kay says, welcome back. Kay, nice to see you here. Hope you're doing well. I'm glad Susie got the joke. Hey, here we have a few selection of bratwurst. We can have all the bratwurst. I gotta take out cash. I realize this is Austria and Germany are very, very cash centric. Pretzel. Wendy says, amazing you're here. I'm so happy to be here. I'm just taking it all in. That's why I'm a bit quiet. Just enjoying the atmosphere. I didn't have time to go too deep into Salzburg history. I only know the very basics. But feel free to ask me any travel questions. Happy to answer them. I don't share my exact travel details. That's a question I often ask. Oh, how long are you staying? When are you checking out your hotel? Exactly where are you located at the moment? What is your passport number and your PIN number? I don't answer those questions, but you can ask me any other practical travel questions. Or if you want any other insights from my travels. Let's continue exploring. Kay says, it's making me hungry. I haven't eaten today. Yeah, so big pro tip, carry around cash with you when you are in Austria and in Germany. It's a very cash-centric culture still. Especially the street food. Lorraine says too much information. Yeah. Susie says your credit card number, please, as well. So I hope it gets sunny soon because I want to go up to the mountain. There's a cable car to one of the taller peaks here in Salzburg. It's not that far away from the city center. And oh my God, I'm so hoping it gets clear. It might be very cold up there, but I'll brave the cold. Let me know. Should I try a mountain stream? Wendy says, are you going up to the mountain and sing your head off? Oh, I should. See if the hills are alive with the sound of music. Christine says, funny that the word dates has two meanings. Why is that? They're two very different things. You know, I don't know the etymology of date, but if I were to speculate, I would say maybe the word to date, which means to court romantically, is derived from dates, the fruit, the dried fruit. If I were to speculate, I don't know for sure. Isabel says, "Oh yes, one of my favorite films, The Sound of Music, was filmed here." Oh yes, indeed it was. The hills are alive with music. Wendy says, how are the dates? Pretty good. Very nice and plump dates, for sure. Luckily not too dry. Just the perfect amount of juiciness with the dates, for sure. Mika says, beautiful place. Beautiful place indeed. Indeed. This is the university. Let's backtrack. I don't see a pathway to go back into the city center. Isabel says, I think you're channeling Mozart. Wait until the jokes get a little bit wilder as the live stream goes. Ooh, castle. Castle right up there. There we go. Now we can see the castle. The fort that apparently has never been. Hey, is this a statue of Papagayo from the Magic Flute? It looks like it. Ooh, a grand piano is being transported. Here's the House for Mozart. Ooh, a performance venue. Mika says, yeah, it looks like Papagayo. Yeah. Papagayo did not have a beard. He was very youthful looking, so it makes me doubt that it is him. And here we get a better, clear view of the castle. Look how beautiful. Listen Up says, so beautiful. Oh, yes. Ooh, who wants to see a show? Let me know. I'll see some classical music being performed live here at the House for Mozart. Cool. All right, let me go back into the city center. Hey, Sue says, I'm glad I caught you live, watching from Yorkshire. Hey, I'm glad we got a lot of Yorkies tuning in here. Is that how you say someone from York or the York area of England. Wendy is demanding that we sneak into the show and that I live stream the live music that's being performed. Alan About says the doors are indeed open. Yeah, they are. They are indeed open. Makes me tempted. Who wants some fruit? Let me know. Who wants a date? Let me know. Who wants a date, but don't be a prune, okay? Ooh, chicken. Fried chicken. What? Fried chicken? There's fried chicken in Austria? What is this? Oh my god. There's fried chicken in Austria, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my god. That's so cool.
You like meat?
Hi. I'll have a chicken thigh. I'm sorry, chicken leg.
It's leg.
Yeah, perfect. I'll have that. Just one, yeah. Sorry, let me put this down. And a potato salad. Yeah. For here. And also sparkling water. And my card. And my card.
No Haxel.
Is this traditional in Salzburg? Yeah. It is, okay. Oh, that's interesting. Yes, please. Oh, yes. Thank you so much. New York. Thank you so much. Oh, no. Also, potato salad, sorry. My card.
Du hast abgegeben?
Dankeschön. Oh, Entschuldigung. Oh, sorry. Yeah. All right. Almost forgot my sweet potato salad. This is packed. Oh my god. All right. So the basket is not getting wet. All right, good. Okay, so let's try this out. Let's see how it is. All right. Oh, luckily it's not too wet. All right, good. Oh, rain makes it hard. All right. Okay, so apparently fried chicken is Austrian specialty. This is the first time I've seen fried chicken as a local delicacy in Europe. It's common in America, but it's a different breading. It's kind of more similar to the schnitzel breading. And I got a leg and a thigh. Less juicy than, less greasy than typical American fried chicken. American fried chicken is amazing, especially if you get it from a very good place. But this one is a bit less greasy. It is still pretty juicy though. And one thing I really recommend in this area of Central Europe, Austria and Germany, is try their potato salad. Sometimes they put a lot of mustard and makes it a nice kick. Oh yeah, a nice kick. Oh. So it's not as, like, there's not herbs in here, but it has a whole lot of mustard. Oh wow. So good fried chicken. Actually, honestly delicious. I would have not imagined to find fried chicken in Austria. Hi, how's it going? I would not have. Okay, we'll say hi to me. The Austrians and the Germans from the south are sometimes so friendly that it's very interesting. It's like a big smile. I would not have thought to find fried chicken here. Mika says, so delicious. Let me know. Have you had Central European fried chicken? Better than KFC? Yes. It's better than KFC. Solid fried chicken. I'm very skeptical if I try fried chicken outside of the States, because if you have fried chicken like as street food in Paris or in London, yeah, it probably won't be that good. They even did it the American way and give you a little moist towelette to clean up after eating. Mika says, yes, I had it and it's so delicious. Now, I know I repeat this now too often. Hey, let me know, is there other countries where you'll find fried chicken as a local delicacy in Europe? Austria is the first one. That was juicy. Wow. With all this fried chicken, no wonder Mozart had a lot of potty humor. No wonder. No wonder. And he was inspired. After this fried chicken, it inspired him to make all these lewd jokes in his letters. Oh my god. That was amazing. Highly recommend it. Really great. Try this cart. I'll show you the name. How do you like the new attached caps on bottles? I like it. Greece has done it for many years. America still hasn't really adopted it. But if you go to other places in Europe, yeah, this is the first time I've seen it in Central Europe, so this is interesting. Now I gotta clean up before I continue walking around. That is some good fried chicken. Does Sound of Music have a fried chicken scene? What happened to the fried chicken scene in Sound of Music? Why didn't I see the Von Trapps just munching on a bunch of fried chicken, the bucket fried chicken, as they were singing about all the beautiful things? The hills are alive with greasy chicken, for sure. Oh, let's continue. Hey, listen up says, we should do that. Do you prefer a leg? I like a very good leg. Yes, I like legs. I'm a leg man myself. Definitely a leg man. You know, after I have a few of these dates here in the farmer's market, pick up a few dates, I really love having a good pair of legs, for sure. Excuse me. I got a little piece of fried chicken stuck in my throat. I got too happy. Which came first, the chicken or the egg? Let me know. Annabelle says you're a leg man. Yeah, I'm talking about chicken, fried chicken. I used to be a breast man, but you know, breast sometimes can be a little bit too much. I don't need that much breast in my life. I'm good with some legs. LAB says, hi everyone, good morning in Austria. All right. Now I'm ready to take on the rest of the historic center. Let's see what else we can find. We'll find that huge horse fountain in the Sound of Music. Isabel says it's Ariel Amadeus Vieira. Yes. Amadeus is a good middle name. Listen Up says, thank you for this amazing distraction. Hey man, my pleasure. Luke says a rump man. You know, I don't know too many rump men. Oh, the place is already closing. So we just ate fried chicken just in time. I will have lost my fried chicken chance if I waited too long. Almost says, have all the buskers been banished? I think it still might be a bit too early for buskers, so I'm not entirely sure if there are buskers here. Annabelle says, I love the innuendos. No, I'm not sure what you're talking about. There are no innuendos here at all. Oh, those are some nice melons. Wow. I'm a melon man for sure. You give me 2 juicy melons, I'm there. melon, the fruit, because I really love melon juice. It's really good. All right, where do I go? Where do I go? I tried going this way before. Let's go back this way again. Soderbergh says I'm close to Europe's oldest restaurant. Madrid, I think, has that title, but that's cool. That's among the oldest. Quite a while back, Cafe Tomaselli. Interesting, a lot of these cafes have Italian-sounding names, and I wonder, were they Italians that came over here during the 1700s and started these places? Nowadays, it's a major tourist attraction, Tomaselli. Annabelle says you might have to repeat what you said. So this is right here, the oldest cafe in Salzburg, Cafe Tomaselli, dating back to 1703. I'm not entirely sure if they actually sold coffee back in 1703. Coffee did already make its way to Europe then, but still wasn't that popular until a few decades after that. But here it is, Tomaselli. Wow, very packed. Very touristy. There's gonna be a show here later tonight. Ooh, this is cool. Ooh, who wants a Hermes scarf? Here for our weekly Hermes giveaway. $3,000 scarf giveaway. Limited supplies. So enter now with your full debit card number, your PIN number, and social security number, and you'll be entered into the giveaway. You could also win a Louis Vuitton bag as well. Or you can win a souvenir marionette. All you need is to enter that information. I'm joking, of course. This is a joke. European digital privacy laws, don't get at me, please. Hey, Susie was tuning in on YouTube. Thank you so much for switching between both platforms, YouTube and Facebook. Listen Up says, I love how walkable Salzburg is. Yeah, Salzburg is the case with a lot of cities, especially the historic ones in Europe. They're very, very, very walkable. Julie says you're not gifting your viewers. Yes, Julie, that is American sarcasm. Especially New York sarcasm. Not all of America shares the same taste for sarcasm. Oh, beer hall. Wendy says it's gorgeous here. I'm loving the tour. Hey, I'm so glad you are. Lots of gift shops. Hey, LAB says they have Eastbury here. Yeah, they have a lot of big name stores here. I'm kind of shocked. I did not expect to see this much big name brands like Jack Wolfskin, which is all around Europe. Sometimes, usually the historic centers don't have too many big brand stores. Depends on the city, of course. Ooh, here we have some traditional clothing. Hey, Lester says, as a U.S. tourist, do you need a visa to travel in Europe? Yes, you always get a visa when you go through passport control in the EU, and this also applies to the UK, and this also applies to a few other countries outside of the EU or the Schengen zone, like Denmark. You do get a visa. You don't need to apply for the visa ahead of time. That is only for now. Most likely next year, this is already put into place. You will need to apply for a visa ahead of time to get into Europe as an American. But right now, as of 2024, to get into EU, which includes Germany and Austria, to get into Denmark, Sweden, and the UK, and a few other countries within Europe, you don't need to apply. You just take your flight. As you go to passport control, they give you the visa there. They stamp you in on the passport. And that's it. Very easy process. The visa lasts for 3 months in most of these places. The only exception, really, I think, is Ireland, which is 6 months. And I think the UK allows up to 6 months as an American. But don't quote me on that. Always double check all the information. Go to the official websites, because there's probably plenty of blogs that cover this information, but always verify with the official state country websites. Julie says, are the locals friendly? Yeah. So southern Germany, which includes Munich, which is the area of Bavaria, and Austria, this part of Austria, they are friendly. It's not a huge, overwhelmingly friendly smile like you see in the US. It's not very extroverted like Ireland or Greece, or not as kind of courteous and polite as Mexico. But you do have a niceness. I think the best way to describe the vibe of Germans from Bavaria and Austrians is conviviality. There's this nature of conviviality, of hanging out together, of enjoying a good drink outside. They're not going to be so nice up front, but they're not going to be mean either or rude. But if you get to know them or you're just hanging out in the atmosphere, it's very convivial. That's my perspective. That's the way I've interpreted the culture thus far. Not all Germany is the same, because the German stereotype is indeed serious, not much humor, or the humor is very different from what we're used to in America or Western Europe or Latin America. And that stereotype is more accurate as further north you go in Germany. Well, I'll get one of these. Christine says Salzburg looks like a smaller, narrower Vienna. Yeah. You already have a lot of the Vienna atmosphere here. I wonder if the horses here are regulated, like they are in New York City and other parts of Europe. Let me know. Is it safe? Is it easy to grab horses here? Is it a set fee? Or can one get ripped off? I doubt it. Here at least. But let me know if anyone's from Austria. Here's a statue of Mozart. The myth, the legend. The man-child who enjoyed a good potty joke. Making some of the most beautiful music known to mankind, but also the most lewd jokes also known to mankind. Are those Amish? No, there's no Amish here. I mean, I wouldn't doubt an Amish person would visit here during their, I think, late teen period of ability to travel anywhere. But no, those are not Amish. Amish tradition comes from Austria. It comes from Germany, but not from Austria. Lester says, thanks. It's a shame the visa arrangement isn't reciprocated for us Europeans visiting the US. Yeah, so Europeans have to sign up for a visa, apply ahead of time. I think that's why Europe is going to now require Americans to apply for a visa starting next year. Hey! So we've passed a few areas where it was featured in the beginning of The Sound of Music, but this one is one of the main locations in the beginning of the film. Let me know the song that she sings. Susie says George Clooney is here. George Clooney is in Salzburg? Susie says, I just saw him. You just saw George Clooney on my live stream? And he did not dare to say hi? I thought me and George were very close. This looked bigger. This horse fountain looked way bigger on screen. Isabel says, oh yeah, this is the beginning of I Have Confidence, right? So she starts singing the beginning of I Have Confidence, or at least the beginning where she's not so confident. And then as she's going to the home, she gets very confident. I have confidence in sunshine. I have confidence. Such a great song. Also, in the movie, this looked a little bit more metallic. Is this metal, or did it used to be metal? Or was it due to the color grading of the film that looked more kind of steel gray? Are people throwing coins in here? Yeah. I have confidence in sunshine. I have confidence in you. I don't know the words. La 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 la. All right. Make a collective wish, everyone. Over here, collective wish. Thir 1331 says, you're one of the best explorers, if not the best. Oh my, man. Thank you so much for the kind words. I'm so glad you enjoy my style of exploration and all the different ways I do it, because not every live video is always the same. So thank you so much for the very kind compliment. Thank you. Luke says, did you like probably the most unabashedly unfriendly, hostile Europeans that you've seen? I did not get that vibe in Vienna. I'm sorry to hear that was your experience. I did not get that vibe in Vienna. I was there only for 2 days. But those 2 days, no, did not get that vibe. I did like Vienna. I loved it, actually. As I mentioned, it's not the friendliest, but for sure it's friendly in my experience. This is a gorgeous fountain. Wow. Stunning. If anyone knows the history of this fountain, let us know in the comments. And says, I think I watched The Sound of Music at least 20 times in my life, and I still love it. Such a great movie. It's a mermaid horse. Ah, there we go. So Luke says this parade of horses from the Prince Archbishop stables, they used to be washed off and groomed. Ah, fascinating. Listen Up says this is the real Travel Channel. Oh yes, Debbie sent 400 stars. Thank you so much, Debbie. Someone sent also a PayPal. Thank you. Let me know who it was. Thank you so much for sending a PayPal. PayPal.me/Ariel Vieira. Almo says, fun fact, Christopher Plummer was drunk throughout most of the scenes. He was. He did such a great job. That guy had such a unique personality, because that role of the captain, Captain Von Trapp, can easily be played rather boring. because the character, at least the lines, don't have much personality, or at least inherent within the writing from what I saw in the film. But he added this kind of like debonair, strict, yet grieving, but humorous man. Kind of all this together. And he did such a great job. He kind of like, you can tell that this guy's a bit of a rascal in the film. And I really like that. So he, in my opinion, amazing job acting the part of Captain Von Trapp. Mika says, I send you a PayPal for coffee and pastries and beer. Hey, thank you so much, Mika. Appreciate that. How do we keep missing each other? Liz, hope you're doing well. I was just here on Tuesday. Ah, Liz, you were here. Oh, wow. Hope you enjoyed Salzburg. Liz, send me a message. Let me know where you're at. Wendy says he was so gorgeous, Captain Von Trapp. I was swooning over him. I don't blame you. LAB says, I love rascally men. Yeah. He's a rascal. Wow. That's so cool. Being in the square. This is Residence Plots. Plaza of the Residence. Cat Yellow Ranger says, what movie are you talking about? The Sound of Music. Based off the musical by Rodgers and Hammerstein. Inspired by the story of the Von Trapp family from Austria during World War II. Lester says Arnold Schwarzenegger is from Graz, which is 3 hours southwest from Salzburg. Ah, interesting. It's from Graz. It's nearby. I haven't heard the Arnold Schwarzenegger accent yet here in Austria. I guess his accent is very particular from that town of Graz. Let us know. Here we have all the postcards. Tamo says Red Bull's from Salzburg. Ah, interesting. That's why there is a Red Bull gift shop in the historic center, and I saw people taking photos in front of it, which confused me at first. I was like, why take photos in front of a Red Bull shop? But there we go. Red Bull is from Salzburg. So the hills are alive with music. There is a lot of beep licking, according to Mozart. And something here gives you wings, just like a Red Bull. It's a very diverse city. Luke says, are there high-tech stores? I assume there are in the city. I haven't seen them here in the historic center yet. Here's the Salzburg Cathedral. There's going to be some big show here later tonight. Excuse me. UPS Salzburg card. Is it valid? It's a discount. Sure.
Einfach scannen, bitte QR-Code hier.
Okay, okay. Here's to music. May music fill your life with joy, with love, with beauty. May you sing and may you dance till the end of days. With the Salzburg Pass, it didn't cover it fully. I was charged €350. Apparently, if you use the Salzburg Pass, if you go to all these different sites individually, if you go to a handful of them or a little bit more, you'll be spending more if you pay for them individually, apparently. So let me know if that's accurate, if you've been here before. Mon Michel says, Ariel, you have made my day. How to spend a nice Saturday following along your exploration. We got to make a wish, even light a candle and share in the prayer. Yeah, indeed we have. Here we have. Wow, the almighty castle, which I haven't learned to pronounce yet. But I will, the moment I get up there. Luke says the lens can hardly capture the beauty. Yeah, I do my best to capture it, to show you the details. But of course, the camera can only do so much. So this is also a backdrop in The Sound of Music, this castle. And let me see if I can find, yeah, here it is. So they're in a perspective from one of the hills, that way it appears. But this is the main character Maria with the Von Trapp kids. And that's from the movie The Sound of Music. Wow, oh my God, there's a Siemens Fest? Siemens, the company, is sponsoring this festival. That's interesting. So if you didn't know, Siemens sponsored me. Siemens Mobility, specifically the train manufacturing arm of the company, sponsored me back last October. And I was able to go to Florida and cover trains. And I have some very good news. Siemens will be sponsoring me again, and I will be showing you some really, really cool stuff. You think you saw some cool train things? You're gonna see even more cool train things coming up soon. Why is a car trying to get inside this tiny little street? Let's see if we can get up the funicular. Hopefully the line isn't too long. Mika says, awesome, Ariel. Love Siemens. Yeah, can't wait. Can't wait. It's going to be a fun series of videos I'll be making with them. And will indeed involve travel. You'll find out in September. Christine says the man on the golden ball that we saw earlier, the sculpture, is the German sculptor Stephen Strahol. Ah, cool. Oh, this is the downside. All right, I guess we're taking the stairs, ladies and gentlemen. Gary says I really need to get a sponsorship for Rolls Royce. That'd be nice.
No, I do not.
All right, the funicular line is way too long, so I guess I'm taking the stairs, which is good news because stairs are like the most fun thing in the world. Who doesn't love a good 200, 300 feet of stairs? Maybe more? How many stairs are there? On there. Gary says it'll be easier if you do 2 steps at a time. That's a good pro tip, Gary. Yeah. Extra steps. Then it's half, basically. Wow. You know, I have confidence that I can do those stairs. Just like Maria. Luke says I'm earning my wine and cheese later on. Oh yeah. Some raclette. I'm not sure if the Austrians eat raclette. Ooh. This might have been a beer brewery before. Let's see. Stiegel Keller, pardon my German. In the course of the Napoleonic Wars, Salzburg became the part of the Kingdom of Bavaria. Oh, they were united with Bavaria for a point. For several years at the beginning of the 19th century. In Salzburg, the Bavarians enforced the brewery of bottom fermented beer, which lasted longer than the traditional brewed beer of Salzburg, which was only short-lived, top fermented beer. However, the brewing bottom fermented beer requires such low temperatures during the fermentation process that it was not possible to brew in the summer months until the invention of technical refrigeration systems in the middle of the 19th century. But since the summer was the main sales time for beer, it had to be kept fresh until the summer. And for this purpose, the cool cellar, mined into the mountain, oh my, was perfectly suitable. In addition, the Stieg Keller had the advantage that they stored beer, did not have to be brought through the city to the brewery or the brewery in the summer. It offered enough space already here within the city. Oh, wow. Who knew that the Bavarians were so picky about how their beer was made? Is that why German beer makes me red? Is it because it's lasts longer, has more histamine, and it's a bottom fermented beer? Because I prefer the beers that are very, very fresh. Those are my favorite type of beers. You know, German beer is nice, but it doesn't agree with me too well. As opposed to the amazing Pilsners of other parts of Central Europe. All right, I have confidence. All right, everyone, let's do a singing lesson. Doe, a female deer. It's like the Von Trapp family when they were like marching through the beautiful meadows of the mountains of Salzburg. Oh my God. Wendy says, great views. How are your legs? My legs are doing well. Fortunately, there's a group, a stag party right behind me playing loud Britney Spears music. So I got mute for a little bit. Let's wait until they pass by. Enjoy the views.
100%, ja.
Wendy says, do you feel like 16 going on 17 climbing up that hill? I do indeed. Hello, Robert. Nice to see you here. Welcome. Wow. Amazing views.
Nee, ich kann schon laufen.
I mean, isn't this so much fun? Just climbing stairs. Just give me all the stairs. It'd be so much fun. All day, just stairs all day, every day. Those are the best vacations, when you're climbing stairs. Not when you're relaxing by the beach, but when you're going to a random European city and climbing stairs. Oh, that's the real way to relax. Sacrificing my stamina. Ladies and gentlemen, so let me know if you see me and hear me, ladies and gentlemen. We're back live here inside the castle. Let me know if you see me and hear me. And let me know if you see me and hear me now. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Behold, the city of music, Salzburg, Austria. We have finally arrived to the top of the castle. It was a long climb up. I have definitely earned that nice, fresh Austrian beer once I go back down with a maybe nice beef goulash. But this is amazing. Oh, wow. This is our last stop for this live video. I might be back for another one, but let me stick around for about 10 minutes as I show you the views of Salzburg. So there's almost no cell phone reception inside the castle, which is a bit of a shame, but the castle looks awesome. There's like an exhibition on puppets because there's a very long history with puppets here in Salzburg. Ooh, we see a plane. Seems like the airport is down that way. And we see the mountains that surround Salzburg. I assume the taller one is right around this corner. Right here. That's one of the tall mountains. I wonder where the kids were at in that shot. It might have been right there. I'll show it to you one more time. But this was worth restarting the live stream multiple times. Luckily, on YouTube is going to be only one live stream. So if you want to see these videos in the best way possible, the best viewing experience is YouTube. So I assume they were maybe in this hill, because that kind of looks like the direction. Wendy says, do you have to go? No, I'm gonna stick around for 10 minutes or so to show you the views. But this is our last stop, right over here. I'll walk around the perimeter, see how much I can get away with cell phone signal. But right now, let's zoom in on the particular aspects of Salzburg. Here, we can see we're at the castle. Castle apparently has never been taken, never been conquered. It's really rough here to conquer it. You know, if you compare it to Edinburgh Castle has like a road that leads up to it. But here there is not really a road. You have to go around the hill with that very steep climb, which would be pretty tiring for horses. So this is a tough castle to get up to. Especially, I imagine, during the time of the Protestant Reformation. Wendy says, well, you shouldn't inside the castle. If I have time, if time allows it. Raphael says, doesn't the castle have Wi-Fi? If it does have Wi-Fi, it still wouldn't be stable enough to do a live stream inside. It's due to the nature of the thickness of the walls that cause spotty reception. We were here, we went to this cathedral. We started pretty far down there. Around there is Mozart's. I think we see it. I think it's that yellow one right there. Christine says, great view.
Ja bym mieszkała tu w jakimś
I to jest takie złote. Jest złotego dachu dać.
albo złotego domu.
A może w spódnicy będziemy?
Albo tam złoty, jak złoty.
LAB says, wow, indeed. Kay says it was worth the climb for these views. Definitely worth the climb. You don't need to do the climb. You can do the funicular and get right up here. I would recommend doing that. I didn't want to wait online during this live video. So the climb wasn't too bad. Well, it is pretty intense, but if you have some moderate fitness level, if your level of fitness is moderate or higher, the climb isn't too bad. But if you're having knee issues or short of breath, do not do that climb. Take the funicular because you'll be really out of breath. It could be dangerous, especially with this humidity. Mika says, I love when Ariel does his photo shoots. Yeah, I had to do the thumbnail. Ah, the hills are alive with music. Oh my god, look at these. Ooh, which one's the mountain I can go up to? I don't see snow. Oh, I think these mountains are not snow capped during the summertime, but I assume there's bigger ones behind it. It's just we can't see due to the cloud coverage. Almo says, think of all the calories burnt. Yeah, I earned myself a liter beer to replace all those calories that were burnt, and then some, because beer is quite calorie intensive. Lorraine says, you did it. Yes, I got to the top. I spam my poor Facebook followers because on Facebook I couldn't resume the same live video, but now on YouTube it's easy to resume a live video after it crashes, which is nice. So if you want the best viewing experience, go on YouTube. Edelweiss. Ooh, I don't know that song off the top of my head. Let me know the words. Sharon asks, have I taken a boat ride on the river yet? No, I have not. Is it worth it? Let me know. Barris knew that I was going to the Alps due to my whistle clue. Oh, I'm glad you picked up on the location. Brusley, this is reminding you of other parts of Central Europe. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, Central Europe all has a very similar aesthetic. It's all that alpine forest flora that you see. Very similar architecture in many of these countries as well. Is it very warm in Salzburg? No, Christine, it's about 73, 74 degrees Fahrenheit now. It has gotten a bit higher, but there's a cool breeze, but it's also humid. Julie says, how are their baked goods? The Germans make, well, I'm in Austria, but what I had so far in Munich, the Germans make amazing, amazing bread. I love their brown bread. Their pumpernickel is my favorite. Haven't tried too much Austrian bread yet, but their pastries are amazing. Apple strudel is amazing. You're gonna find out about the Salzburger, I forgot the name now, but the video will be posted soon. Wendy says, where are you headed next? Back to Munich. Munich is where I'm staying. You will see one more video. It might be from Munich or it might be somewhere nearby. Or you'll see one more video. And then there might be another video from another layover coming up soon once I make my way back. And then stay tuned if you've been yearning for extremely hot tropical sun, 90+ degree weather, even more humid than it is over here in this region of Central Europe, or how it was in New York. Stay tuned. In early August, you'll be seeing some beautiful tropical views. Wendy says, I'd like to see some apple strudel. Yeah, if I have time. Now I'm gonna get very tight on time. Our stuff here closes at 5 to 7. All right, let me see if I can get good views from this location. Susie says, you already had the apple strudel? No, I had apple strudel just in general. But I have not had one in Salzburg yet. All right. Which of the commenters have been naughty and need to go into the dungeon? Hey, is that the Von Trapp? Is that the Von Trapp? Ooh, I might be mispronouncing the last name. The home of the Sound of Music? That looks like it. Okay, everyone, that was the views from beautiful Salzburg. I hope you enjoyed this live video. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let me see if the comments are still rolling. They are, okay. So stay tuned. I might do 1 or 2 more live videos here in Salzburg. Thank you so much for tuning in. And I'm so happy that people are enjoying these live videos. And if you want to lend your support, go to patreon.com. Keep being awesome and always keep on exploring. And the hills are indeed alive with music. And as the song says, so long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen. So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen.